jerk chicken, fried chicken, stew chicken, barbecue ribs, curry chicken, curry goats, pepper steak, escovitch fish, brown stew fish, and roast fish, jerk pork with bread, jerk chicken with bread. Plus, we have catering services available. Call us 646-294-3939 or 917-870-4088. We also have delivery services with Uber and DoorDash. Check us out on Instagram at CB_Jerk Center. Call us 646-294-3939 or 917-870-4088. CB Jerk Center, 150 West 3rd Street, Mount Vernon, New York.
It's that time for the Love and Harmony Cruise. Monday, March the 3rd to Saturday, March the 8th, 2025. Sailing from Miami, Florida to Grand Cayman to Ocho Rios, Jamaica, back to Miami. Performing live, Paris Amon.
Remember the song used to make you rock away.
Being a man.
Who got the keys to my bimmer?
Bunty Killer.
Look into my eyes. Tell me what you see.
Sham.
I remember those days when hell was my home.
Kia Butan.
Jaja City, Jaja Town, them on fit on net and
Sanchez. Richie Stevens. Louis Culture. Elephant Man.
on the river.
And more artists to be added, all on the Norwegian Joys Cruise Line. Log on to loveandharmonycruise.com right now to book your cabin. For more information, you can call 800-225-8757. That's 800-225-8757. The Love and Harmony Cruise, March the 3rd to March 8th, 2025. Book your cabins now.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's here. Have you ever experienced a bad workmanship? Someone who work at your house and you're not satisfied, but you can't find good help? Well, look no further. Quicklink Construction is a licensed general construction company that's fully insured for the 5 boroughs and the Westchester. A one-stop construction company that will cater to your needs. Experience is what counts in this business, and we have the experience for more than 35 years. So if you need a paint job, call us. If the roof is talking to you, call us. If your garage won't open, call us. If you need a new paint job, call us. If you try to do the work yourself and your wife won't talk to you, call us. 914-665-0106. Quicklink Construction. No job too big, no job too small. Just call us. 914-665-0106. 914-665-0106. We have the experience. Quicklink Construction.
And I know.
CB Jerk Center, 150 West 3rd Street, Mount Vernon, New York. Dine-in or takeout available. Call us 646-294-3939 or 917-870-4088. We're open Monday to Thursday, 8 a.m. to 11:30 p.m. Fridays and Saturdays, 8 a.m. to 1:30 a.m. Sundays, 12 p.m. to 11 p.m. On Fridays and Saturdays, our seafood weekend starts from 11 o'clock. Check out our extensive breakfast and lunch menu. For breakfast, we have ackee and saltfish, corned beef and cabbage, callaloo and saltfish, corned beef and macaroni, liver or kidney, curry chicken back, brown stew chicken back, cook up saltfish, salt mackerel. Also check out our lunch specials: oxtail, cow foot, stew pork, tripe and beans, stew peas, jerk pork, jerk chicken, fried chicken, stew chicken, barbecue ribs, curry chicken, curry goats, pepper steak, escovitch fish, brown stew fish, and roast fish, jerk pork with bread, jerk chicken with bread. Plus, we have catering services available. Call us 646-294-3939 or 917-870-4088. We also have delivery services with Uber and DoorDash. Check us out on Instagram at CB_Jerk Center. Call us 646-294-3939 or 917-870-4088. CB Jerk Center, 150 West 3rd Street, Mount Vernon, New York.
It's that time for the Love and Harmony Cruise. Monday, March the 3rd to Saturday, March the 8th, 20...
Well, I'm back. It's been a good time away. Hello, everyone. How you do? How you do? How una do? How una do? It's been a little bit, I tell ya, and it's been a little bit for good reasons. I know you're all been informed by now. Center stage, center stage, center stage. This is the one-of-a-kind show on Inside the Zone, the community platform where information is guaranteed. With your DJ, your host, Lady D. Denise Gomez Green. Yes, my name is Gomez Green. I'm the Jamaican lady with the Spanish last name. And by the way, you know, my maid of honor, she created a hashtag going green. And I'm ready to host Center Stage, the platform where voices are heard and people connect. So it's a good day. It is Thursday. And I'm here to do what I love to do. How are you? Okay, I'm fine. Of course, you're tuned into Linkage Radio, your budding and buzzing station, 24/7, 365 days for the year. I'm so excited to be back. Yes. I'm covering you, and you, wherever you are. So there's a gentleman at the door, so I'm just going to do like that and wave. I'd like to thank Chris Welby of Caribbean Vibes Radio Network for covering for me for the past few weeks. And you all know Chris, he did an exceptionally good, great, fantastic job. So Chris Welby, thank you. The last time Chris covered for me, after a while, I think it was kind of getting a little too much. So then he said, Lady D, hurry up and come back. So I didn't allow him to say that this time because I knew that I wasn't going to be here on Monday, but I would be here today. I'm inviting you to log on to your smart devices and tap your Google App Store. Search for Linkage Radio on Echo Dot, Amazon Alexa, Samsung TV, Roku TV, Fire TV. And I know you have your latest device, you know, iPhone 15, 16, you know. So log on. And by the way, I never assume. So if you haven't heard of Inside the Zone, it is simulcasting on Caribbean Vibes Radio Network. That is www.caribbeanvibesradio.com. Fit 96.7, that's fitfmja.com. Your life, your music, broadcasting in Western and Central Jamaica. Hello, Julia. Julia waited patiently for my return. Yes. And good evening to the audience of Fit FM 96.7. Medea. The show is brought to you by Cooler Runnings Jamaican Restaurant, 1802 Nereid Avenue in the Bronx. So I was going green, so now I am Gomez Green. Yeah, so DL, you know, DL, wherever you are listening on your multiple devices. Welcome, everyone. Don't forget to contact my sponsor at 718-324-7484. That's 718-324-7484. It's a beautiful Thursday right here. I tell you, right here on Linkage Radio. Okay, got you. Right here on Linkage Radio. 29 minutes after 6 o'clock. Or telephone number 914-297-8911, 914-297-8911. I've got plans for the show. If you're tuning in for the very first time, Inside the Zone is a culture-centric radio program that connects the Jamaican diaspora and international audiences globally. The show's content captures its people's social, cultural, and collective views on issues that affect their communities. Family, health, finance, education, immigration, housing, wealth management, life and health insurance, real estate, food insecurity, and more. Monday 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. and Thursday 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. Right here on Linkage Radio. Welcome to the show, everyone. I'll be here with you until 8 o'clock. And it promises to be a great evening. I've not been here for 2 weeks or 2 weeks and days. And so I know that I will be talking to you like DL. So I'd like to thank DL and all those who attended my wedding. Now, most of you know that, I'm very cautious about some things. And so I played it right throughout. And thankfully, I had a beautiful wedding. God gave it to us. So my name is Lady D. Denise Gomez Green. And how could I leave out the Gomez part? Come on, no. You imagine if I just show up here and say, my name is Lady D. Denise Green. People going to say, who? What? No, fun aside. But anyhow, yeah. So what's up for the show this evening? What's on my agenda? What's in the program? What's in my outline? Yeah. So coming up in a few minutes, we're going to get our praise on as usual with Inspirational Zone. Then I have News Zone, a rebroadcast of the news courtesy of the Jamaica Information Service. And most of you are aware that it is Prostate Cancer Awareness Month, and I will not resume Mail Zone until October. So I'm flushing out some things from the mail. There's just some emails that I would never ever be able to present to you. Content is, yeah. They want to share story, but they're just some stories I would not be able to air for you. So I'd like to welcome you to the show this evening. So much so be having music and DL, go away. Go away, DL, go away. So I would like to welcome everyone to the show. Don't forget our telephone number is fully green. Our telephone number is 914-297-8911, 914-297-8911. Also, very pleasant good evening to my YouTubers. I'm back. Welcome. Good to see you. Don't forget to share the link with someone and let them know Inside the Zone is on. Thanks, Chris Wilby. I tell you, Chris covered for me, and I appreciate him so much, and he did what he does best, right? So I'm grateful to you, Chris Wilby, and I listened, but I'm not the kind of person who I'm off and I'm still here. I take a break, I'm off. So I listen and I'm saying, yes, all is well. And so it's my pleasure to be back hosting the show. Again, my name is Lady D. Denise Gomez Green. DL says I'm fully green. So yes, DL, I'm fully green. It's time for us to get our praise on, and I do have some promotional segments here for you as well, and I'll be getting to them momentarily. But in the meanwhile, it's time for me to take you to Inspirational Zone. We get our praise on here on Thursdays, right here on Center Stage, the platform where voices are heard and people connect. Let's get our praise on, shall we?
done. Can you see what the Lord has done? What we waited for has come to pass. See what the Lord has done. On your wedding day, you're gonna sing that. Can you see what the Lord has done? When you walk into that property, can you see what the Lord has? When that healing happens, what we've been praying for, He has brought to pass. See what the Lord has done. What we waited for has come to pass. If I were you, I'll sing it to someone. I'll just sing it to someone. Say, see what the Lord has done. Can you see? See what the Lord has done. What we've waited for has come to pass. Oh, see what the Lord has done. Then you say, my eyes have seen, my ears have heard
See what the Lord has done, a favorite of many persons, myself included. So I'd like to welcome you to Center Stage this evening. It's my Gospel Music Thursday. Center Stage, the platform where voices are heard and people connect, and I'm connecting with you. I would like to say a very special, and it's my birthday shout out segment, and I would like to say a very special big up shout out birthday to my husband Evil Green. Evil is celebrating his birthday today. Happy birthday, my baby. Happy birthday to you, you, and you. This morning I quickly put a video together. I'm telling you, that was like record. And posted it out. So he's celebrating his birthday today. Happy birthday, my dear Evil. And I am wishing you God's blessing and enough love and a whole heap of stuff and stuff. So blessings to you. And, you know, he's such a wonderful person. So I cover him in prayer and all of that good stuff. So happy birthday to you, my Evil Green, celebrating your birthday today. If there are other persons celebrating their birthday, I'd like to say happy birthday to you. And if you're being wined and dined, then that's just awesome. If they're not whining and dining you, say something, you know, say, hey, say something. Of course, right? And if you get her roses, be thankful, and you know, whatever you plan to do to celebrate the birthday, then do it in love and harmony. You all know that I'm always in the lovey corner, so the fact that I'm married, it means even more to me. So I would like to say happy birthday to everybody celebrating a birthday today. Alrighty, if it's your wedding anniversary, happy anniversary to you. I'm looking forward to anniversary already, and the marriage just happened. So you must know. I was told it's work, so I'm willing to put in the work, because, you know, it's not like food. You just put it down there. If you don't eat, your belly won't full. So I just want to say, hey, happy anniversary to all those of you who are celebrating your anniversary. It's 6:44 p.m. right here on the show. And I'd also like to take you to the segment News Zone, which is brought to you by Cooler Runnings, Jamaica Restaurant, 1802 Nereid Avenue in the Bronx. I do apologize to my YouTubers. You will not be able to view the news this evening, but you'll be able to hear it. Next week, I'll take you back to your visual. Okay? Yes. So hang in there with me. But the show is on. I'm feeling good being back. And my YouTubers, I ask you to share the link with someone and let them know the show is on. I do have some plans for the show. Good evening to my MC. Good evening to my MC. Welcome, MC. Patrick was my MC. Patrick Tyson. Lovey was there. Jan was there. Chris, you missed it. You missed it. Right, you missed it. You missed it, Chris. You missed it. But it was a wonderful wedding. I enjoyed myself. I didn't see much, but I enjoyed myself until we started seeing pictures coming in. So it's now time, switching gears, at 6:45 p.m. inside of the Zone Center Stage. Sit back, relax, tune in, take in the news. It's so informative.
Good day, I'm Theodore Henry, and this is your JIS News for Thursday, September 19, 2024. The Ministry of Education and Youth has announced a series of immediate interventions at a Portland primary school in response to a bullying incident. The incident, which showed a 9-year-old boy being attacked by his peers, has sparked widespread outrage and concern. Education Minister Favour Williams has condemned the act, calling it a serious breach of student safety and human decency. She says it highlights the urgent need for society to take greater responsibility in protecting children. To enhance safety within the school, the ministry is working with its regional office, the institution's leadership, and the Child Protection and Family Services Agency, CPFSA. The measures include strengthening of the school's existing safety protocols to ensure a secure environment for all students. Psychosocial support will be provided for students who were involved in the incident. In addition, the ministry will conduct ongoing counseling sessions for the wider school community to foster a culture of respect and empathy. At the same time, the Jamaica Constabulary Force is being tapped to educate students about bullying and its consequences. The school will also get assistance from educational social workers to assist both parents and students. While the interventions are underway, Minister Williams reiterates the ministry's zero-tolerance policy against bullying, warning that individuals found guilty of such actions will face severe disciplinary measures. Government has provided temporary relief support to the families whose homes were destroyed by fire in Bellrock, St. Andrew on Monday. Prime Minister Andrew Holness says the state is also looking to do something more lasting for the individuals. He gave the commitment while touring the homes of the almost 30 fire victims on Tuesday. The fire, which engulfed the tenement-styled homes, is said to have been started in one of the homes of a resident by her jealous lover, but it quickly spread, displacing the other families.
I want to give you the assurance that I will be there for you. We will send around from the new social housing program for them to do a social survey to check on your families to see how many family members live in one household.
For the children going back to school who lost their gear in the fire, Mr. Holness pledged to personally take care of their needs. The government is in the process of finalizing new members for the Access to Information ATI Tribunal. Minister with responsibility for information, Senator Dr. Dana Morris Dixon, gave the update during Wednesday's post-cabinet press briefing. She says the list of proposed members has been sent to the leader of the opposition for his feedback. Once that response is given, the government will move forward with putting the ATI Tribunal in place.
The ATI Tribunal needs to be established. Its term had ended, and you have to find out if the old members of the tribunal want to still remain on it, and also look at whether or not you want to refresh it. And so that process was ongoing, and now I can tell you that we have decided on the names of some individuals, but as with many of our tribunals, you have to have the support of both the Prime Minister and the Leader of the Opposition.
The Access to Information Tribunal is responsible for educating the public on their rights and obligations under the Access to Information Act. Minister Morris Dixon reiterates the tribunal's importance, asserting that it is a critical supporting component of the legislation.
There is a provision for anyone to request information from a government entity, and there's a process that is in place. There are some caveats, though. Obviously, there's some sensitive security information or other information that cannot be shared, and sometimes a government entity may respond in that way. But it doesn't end there. So even if an entity says, no, because of this provision, you cannot get the information, the law says that there can be a tribunal that you can appeal to.
The Access to Information Act was passed in 2002, and its implementation and administration are led by the Access to Information Unit. The Artificial Intelligence AI Task Force, commissioned to explore effective strategies to mitigate the risks posed by AI and deepfakes, has completed its report, which will soon be brought to Cabinet for review. The AI Task Force was established in July of last year to also look at opportunities that can be derived from the use of artificial intelligence. Minister with responsibility for skills and digital transformation, Senator Dr. Dana Morris Dixon, says the chair of the task force will be invited to discuss the report at a post-cabinet briefing session after Cabinet has reviewed the document.
That task force has looked at our education system, what needs to change there. It has also looked at, in terms of our businesses, how we can harness AI better, and also in terms of government policy, because every new technology has disadvantages to it. How do we mitigate against the negatives that come with AI, and even looking at the ethics around AI and how Jamaica navigates AI in the international space that is currently developing legislation around it.
Minister Morris Dixon was speaking at Wednesday's post-cabinet press briefing at Jamaica House. She previously indicated in the Senate last year that the task force would be directed to provide an evidence-based foundation for the development of a national AI policy. And finally, the Kingston and St. Andrew Municipal Corporation, KSAMC, will be implementing a slew of measures aimed at ensuring businesses adhere to proper waste management practices. Mayor of Kingston, Councillor Andrew Swaby, made the announcement during the KSAMC's latest council meeting. He insists that private arrangements must be made for the proper disposal of commercial garbage.
While the KSAMC is in support of businesses and its importance to the economy, we will not accept the poor garbage disposal practices currently being used by some operators. For example, the informal arrangement of hand cartmen dumping garbage on vacant lots, sidewalks, and public spaces.
The mayor's comments come as part of a broader initiative to tackle the issue of commercial waste. This includes communicating with business owners in the town.
Prior to visiting these establishments, myself and the CEO met with the Chinese ambassador to sensitize him, given the large number of businesses that are owned by Chinese nationals. I use this opportunity to thank the ambassador for offering to assist us by disseminating information on their various platforms. In light of the language barriers, the KSAMC have secured the services of a translator to enhance the communication between the parties.
Mayor Swaby says the initiative is ongoing and will continue with unannounced visits to ensure compliance across the municipality. And that's it for JIS News Today. I'm Theodore Henry. Thanks for watching.
When you are hungry, come to Cooler Runnings Restaurant. Located at 1802 Nerid Avenue, corner of Wickham Avenue in the Bronx, we specialize in the best Jamaican and American cuisine, serving breakfast, lunch, and dinner. We are open 24 hours, 7 days a week. We offer free in-house delivery, minimum $20 purchase, and we also have Uber Eats. We do barbecue Thursdays, fish fry Fridays, and seafood Saturdays. For more information, give us a call for our address and menu, 718-324-7484. Once again, that's 718-324-7484. Cooler Runnings Restaurant, simply the best Jamaican food.
It is Gospel Music Thursday right here on Inside of the Zone with yours truly, Lady D, Denise Gomez Green. Good evening, everyone. 5 minutes to 7 o'clock. At 7 o'clock, I'll be doing my feature on Prostate Awareness Month. And, it's not my first feature, but it's important that we acknowledge what's going on the nation's calendar and to address some of the shortfalls that, because men are not proactive with their health, what the end result is. So I'd like to feature that this evening. Our telephone number is 914-2978. 911 and 914-297-8911. I have a public service announcement. Now, the Jamaica Ex-Soldiers Association Black Tie Gala is this Saturday, September 21st at Anton's in Queens Village. It starts at 7:30 p.m. Time has gone by so quickly. Last year, DJ Linkage was acknowledged in this event, and so this year they're hosting it. I'm not sure who the awardees are, but I am absolutely sure that they're people who are worthy of recognition. And so I don't have the contact number, but I'll get it for you in a few minutes. I'll make a call. And so if you'd like to attend the Jamaica Ex-Soldiers Association Black Tie Gala on Saturday at Antoine's in Queens, I will be able to give you more information. So that's just a quick plug for you. Again, our telephone number is 914-297-8911. If you'd like to call, say hello. If you have some information to share, you may do that, but you'd have to do that in 3 minutes, because at 7 o'clock, I will be kicking off that feature. I also want to say that, this journey of mine of getting to the marriage phase of my life. You ever go to let's say you go to McDonald's and you look up at the board and you're reading this burger, that burger, and all kinds of stuff on there, and you just can't seem to make up your mind. And then you either step out of the store and said, sure, I'll go someplace else. Or you just end up going home and said, sure, let me go home and cook. For many of us, we either tried little dating here and there, but the click never click. And then you just choose to wait. You just choose to sit down there, keep yourself quiet and wait. And so I waited. After trying few things here and there, you just sit here. I'll wait, yeah. And so I waited, and I met Errol Green, and he is just the perfect person for me that God sent for me and me for him. And so August 31 was our wedding. A few persons attended, and well, Mr. Hines. Oh, Lord, I came in. Mr. Hines says, boy, Lady D, I hear you have a wedding, the man. And people, and I'm like, yeah, a few people were there, and I'm so glad they came. And yes, it was a beautiful affair, and I thank God for my husband. So I'm not just here profiling up the word, but because I know my journey, and I am grateful, and I'm doing what God wants me to do to ensure that I do my part in this equation, in this covenant. And so he's good. God is good. And, some people who, when they get married, suddenly they want to marry off everybody. I'm not up that street. But what I will say is that, because most people who have seen our story that we shared on our website, there was a question that Garvin asked the videographer, and I held up my finger like this because he asked a specific question, and I responded. But that's not the case for everyone. And so I just want to say thank God for this phase of my life, and I feel blessed. And that's what I'd like to share with you at this time. It's now 7 o'clock. Again, we will not be hosting Mail Zone this evening. Mail Zone resumes in the month of October. However, I would just like to do a quick feature on Prostate Cancer Awareness Month, being September and all. And we have done this feature before, you and I, together. We have discussed about prostate cancer. And even though it's widely publicized and discussed at length, there are still several people who, men that is, who, one, have not done it yet, they will tell you, or two, they don't intend to do it, and three, something will have to take them out by way of illness or something tragic, whatever. And so, I just want to have this feature to say to our men that it is important. And if you have a spouse, sister, cousin, someone in your family who says to you, hey, I know you haven't done the prostate exam. You're not going to make an appointment or something. And if they brush it off, what you gonna do about that? Good evening. Welcome to the show.
Good evening, Lady D.
So why I'm not hearing you where I'm supposed to hear you, Jax?
I don't know. Let me take myself off.
Huh?
Okay. Are you hearing me a little bit?
No, that's not the case. I'm supposed to be hearing you in my headphone.
Oh.
Uh-huh. Yeah. No, hey. No.
I called the right number.
No, you have. You call right number. That's not the problem. So I'm not sure why I'm not hearing you where I'm supposed to be hearing
Not on
you.
my side then.
And not at all.
Okay.
Not at all, because my audience won't be able to hear you properly if you're not rooted right. All right, do me a favor. Please hang up and give me a call back.
And call back?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Okay. Alrighty. So I want to really just talk about prostate cancer. Now, September is recognized as Prostate Cancer Awareness Month, designed to promote increased awareness, education, and research as one of the most common forms of cancer. An estimated 13 out of every 100 American men will develop prostate cancer in their lifetime, and the risk increases with age. In addition to how common prostate cancer is compared to other cancers, its incidence continues to increase. According to the U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, the CDC, hello?
Hello.
Oh, now I see. Yes, Jack. Hi, how are you? You're hearing me?
Hearing you clearly.
You're hearing me now.
Yes, I'm hearing you clearly.
Oh, so, you see, after you do a thing a few times, you pay attention. So, yes, now here we are, my love, my Jackie, ladies and gentlemen, Jackie, my brain box Jackie. Jackie baked the cakes that we had to give away in the boxes, the cake boxes for the wedding for our guests. And I guarantee you, Jackie, I'm encouraging you to go and learn to master the icing and all of that piece, because that could have been the cake. The history of the rest of the actual wedding cake will be left somewhere. But the cake was so tasty. Everybody asking who baked the cake. So kudos to you. Blessings. Me love you.
Thank you so much. That was my pleasure. I was so honored when you asked me to do that. Even though it was the main cake, but my pleasure was just to bake the cake that everybody was going to take home.
Yes, brother.
And I said to myself, I need to put a special dose of love in this.
Yes, man. That's past love. That is some portion of some kind. Some portion. It was really tasty. Thank you for the sacrifice you made to be there with me and Eval and family and everyone. And it was one of those.
Absolutely.
It was a reunion wedding kind of thing. People who hadn't seen each other for several years were able to.
Yes. We haven't seen each other in a while, even though, we would meet up on the show or we talk, outside of that, but we hadn't seen each other for a while. So it was like just coming back home to see everybody.
So thank you, my love.
And like we said, we'll tell that story about the cakes and everything another time because those cakes traveled far.
Right. So Jackie has joined me, ladies and gentlemen, because she worked at a very reputable hospital for several years, of which we will not mention because she's no longer there. But, you know, she was into research. And I thought that she could share some of, you know, her experiences during the whole research process and all of that. So as we talk, you know, she would be able to add some value to the presentation. So allow me a few minutes, Jack. I was just reading an introduction, after which I'd like our audience to also participate. If you have husband, a brother, a cousin, a father, uncle, somebody who you know that has not yet done their prostate exams. The feature is not presented to frighten anyone nor to bully you into going. It's for informational purposes. What we do with the information at the end of the presentation, that would be left to an individual, right? But its knowledge increases, and as it does, so should we pass it on. So as I was saying, according to the U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, the CDC, there were 236,659 new cases of prostate cancer back in 21 and 33,363 in 2022. So now they're saying the National Cancer Institute Surveillance, Epidemiology and End Results, the SEER program, estimates higher totals for 2024, 299,010 cases and 35,250 deaths. This would make prostate cancer the second most common cancer in the U.S. in 2024 after breast cancer. Because it is often slow growing, prostate cancer has one of the highest 5-year survival rates of any cancer at 97.5%. Still, with prostate cancer incidence on the rise, awareness of and education about risk factors and screening remain vital. What is the history of prostate cancer? When was the first Prostate Cancer Awareness Month, and what has been the impact of this campaign? And of course, it has impacted many people in different ways. And there is a friend of mine who lives in Jamaica, Jackie, and his brother had a medical episode. So when they got to the hospital, you know, they asked family members who can give blood and so on, but it wasn't just about them giving the blood. They had to run some tests and stuff. Would you believe that it showed up in his blood work? He only went to give blood for his brother, and so it needed immediate attention, and thankfully he's still here today. That was about in maybe 18 years ago, and he does his annual checks and his follow-ups, etc., and he's still okay today. So you never know. We don't know what we're walking around with. We look fine on the outside. And for some men, I gather, and I'll allow you to, you know, speak into it. Some men, I gather, they don't pay attention. They may see something and they just blow it off.
And they may not want to address it
and
because it's in their intimate space.
Yes.
And you know how culturally, how our Caribbean men especially, how culturally, you know, where they are a little drawn away from anything that may affect them sexually. And prostate tends to do that. And I'm happy that you mentioned the survival rate in the beginning of your introduction of prostate cancer. Prostate cancer is one of the more treatable cancers. So it's a slow-growing, a slow process when it comes on to prostate cancer. That's why it's more treatable. And like you mentioned earlier, that where I worked in clinical research, and I have seen a lot of different products that they developed from where I used to work, and they were geared towards addressing the prostate issue in men. So some of the may I go on to mentioning like some of the symptoms and right. So many of the signs people may not even notice. It may not be noticeable, because they might not be having any pains, or they might not feel any external swelling or puffiness, so they might not even think that the prostate, like you said, that gentleman who went to give blood, and there it showed up in the blood, and that's the PSA. The PSA showed up in the blood, which is, for men, it's the prostate-specific antigen. That's what that is, the prostate-specific antigen, the PSA. So when you give blood or anything like that, they can't just take it and give it to somebody. They have to run a test. So they run different tests, and obviously the PSA is one thing that will show up quickly in the blood. So that screening is one of the simplest ones. It's a blood test, and that's how they might recognize that the PSA is either high, PSA levels either high or trending up. And if you have a PSA of like 3, it's like two numbers put together, 3 and 4. I remember when I was working in the research and in the data area sometimes, and if your two numbers added up to like 7 or over, you know that you're heading for prostate cancer. So the idea is to keep your PSA levels under that number.
And there's a good friend of mine too, who it's just maybe a few months when I told him about the getting married and so on, and as we were talking, he said, and Dee, I want to tell you something. And he said, he had gone to the doctor and they did some checks and thing, and they saw evidence of it, so he had started his treatment, but he's doing very well now.
Right.
Yeah.
Because it's not going to make you, especially if it's found early, if they identify it early and you're diagnosed early, it's not going to make you impotent. And that's one thing I think our men are scared about. Or I don't know if I use the right word, being scared, but they just don't want to get that message that they might be impotent. But that's when it's gone really bad, and if it's not taken care of. So that's something that they need to look into. So some of the symptoms, you have urinary signs, needing to pee often. That's one of the main signs, or unable to urinate, needing to urinate more at night especially, or trouble starting the urine, or trouble stopping the urine, dribbling, that kind of incontinence. Sometimes when you're finished and you think that you're finished and, still dribbling. So those are classic signs, erection or ejaculation symptoms, and those might be classic symptoms of prostate cancer, because when the prostate swells up, then it's going to cut off where your urine is coming from.
Oh my
so,
goodness.
Or just squeezing it tightly, and it will cause these symptoms to be more pronounced.
It's just,
Go ahead.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
It's just yesterday I'm at work, and I heard someone on the outside talking, and they used the term stoppage of water.
All right. That's where that came from.
Right. And I say, have mercy, I've not heard that term in a very long time, stoppage of water.
In a long time.
I haven't said it to him yet, I haven't said it to him that I overheard, which would not be an issue, because the person he was talking to, it's relatable. them understand each other, right?
Mhm.
But
Right.
as I was growing up in Penance, the infamous Penance by now, uh, uh-huh, there was a gentleman, and we used the term, Lord help me, you know, bosun. You know the term bosun,
Awesome. Yes.
which amounts to the same thing. Because I wasn't quite sure if that was the prostate itself that got so big, you know.
That
Yeah, it was
yeah.
enlarged.
So in some cases that's what it is. And it might, but that's when it's really bad.
Yeah.
Or this could be a scrotal issue, some scrotal cancer, or just a cyst in the scrotum, and it made you know, the scrotum enlarged to a certain degree.
Yes.
But the stoppage of water, that what when the prostate is swollen around the urethra, and you know, it's squeezing that water back. So when someone needs to pee, it's not coming. Urination is going to be delayed.
Now
Some
in
people may
the
experience.
no, continue.
Go ahead. No, I said some people may experience painful ejaculation, and you know, some of those issues may not be present for some men in the bedroom, and I think some of those reasons are why they stay away from going to see the doctor.
Right.
Trouble having an erection too. So those are like when it's getting really bad, and that's why they shouldn't wait for these end issues to start presenting, because they need to do the screening.
Yes.
Hence, Prostate Awareness Month. So even use this time, or set a specific time of year, round about near to your birthday, or some special date is set aside.
Yes.
That you would go see your doctor to get your screenings done. And the screening is one of the reasons too why a lot of men, especially Caribbean men, are not interested in going to get the test done, because one of the more accurate is the actual physical examination,
Right.
which might be a little intimidating for some people. But bring your wife or girlfriend, you know.
Of course.
And if you prefer to have a female doctor, they are very prominent out there now. Female prostate cancer doctors who can do your screening.
Yes.
Because some people have that issue with having another man doing a test like that on them, especially in our especially in our community. So, you know, bring a female friend, you know, girlfriend, wife, bring somebody with you, and you can find a female doctor if you prefer to have female doctor do your examination.
Now, while we know that, you know, you have reservations about getting it done, and the first thing you think of is yourself, right? But there are people in your life. You have children. Most men have children. Most men are fathers. And so you would think, because for women, if we observe something and we have to go and do the pap test, the pap smear, right? And they are,
you know, that we're not wasting any time.
We don't waste time, because the first thing we think of is the impact on our family. The family, the family, and your community, because for many people, you are involved in your family's lives, your community, you know, your job, all of that. So we don't wait. And of course, we don't want to die, because if anything, we think of something going to take us out and we're not ready. Right? That's how we think. But for men, they are slower to respond. And the longer they take, to take action, the situation worsens without them being aware of what's going
Exactly.
on with
And
them.
And, it has to be a long time if you're not reacting to the symptoms that you're experiencing. And it gets to a point where you begin to have the issues that you're not very comfortable with in your bedroom, then you have waited too long.
Mm-hmm.
Because, like I said from the beginning, prostate cancer is a slow growing, it's a slow process, so you can get treatment.
Mm-hmm.
And I've known men who have, they're not shy or bashful about speaking about them going to get their screening and realizing that they had the prostate issue,
Mm-hmm.
went and got the treatment, and they have ended up with performance very good.
There you go. See, there.
So it doesn't affect them, if they're taking this in hand early.
Yeah.
Another thing that we need to point out to Lady B is ethnicity. Now, if we're talking about risk factors and causes, age is one of the biggest factors because we sometimes think that it's our grandfather's disease. No. When I was in clinical research and I pulled certain data for doctors and the researchers and so on, I realized that there were younger men also getting prostate cancer.
Mm-hmm.
So it is not
Age related.
limited to just older men over
Yes.
a certain age.
Yes.
Your family history. If it's in your family, and you have a more, there's a likelihood is there that you might develop prostate cancer. Ethnicity is one of the more common. It's more common among our African American black men.
Yes.
So that's another reason why we need them to get out there and go get the screening done.
Mm-hmm.
At least get a blood test. Speak to your doctor. Don't be afraid, because the earlier it's detected, the more treatable it is, and you can continue with your life. It won't affect your performance. The treatment range from if it gets to the stage where it's growing too fast and they have to do chemo or feeding, the feeding is radiation. There are some pellets that they would put in the prostate, and these are radioactive pellets, and it's treated that way. I know somebody who got treated like that with the pellets and confessed that it was one of the best things that he did because it helped. And it was discovered early, and he's now cancer-free.
But you know something, Jackie? You know that there are a lot of people, and it's not just we're from Jamaica, so it's not just in Jamaica, but across the world. But let's talk about Jamaicans. There are a lot of people who don't go to the doctor. That is not something they do, and it's almost like it's nothing that they haven't gone. I had attended a gathering at the Jamaican consulate where our health minister, Christopher Tufton, and some other medical professionals were there. And at the end of it, we were talking with this doctor, female. And she was explaining to us that when they go to do clinics in some of these parishes, men and women, but she was alarmed that women who were in their late 60s and 70s, when they asked the question, when was your last doctor's visit? They said they don't go to doctor. And they have to be so cautious caution in their response, because them, as a medical professional, you can't look at somebody now and say the whole time you're not going to a doctor and you're 70 and that kind of thing. But it threw them for a loop. They've never done pap smear. They don't do no prostate.
Never
They
done.
don't no
I was
blood
gonna
test.
say.
No nothing. No do. And
I was gonna say.
they had to become really very vigilant to say to the people attending this outreach that, hey, here are our findings, and we are encouraging you to go to the doctor. Some people, that's not a thing for them.
No, that's not important. And there's nothing that bush tea can't fix. You know, that kind of mentality.
Oh, indeed.
And
Yeah.
yes, you need your bush tea to strengthen your body to keep your certain things, maybe keep certain cancers away. But the thing is, you cannot self-diagnose when these things are presenting themselves, because a lot of illnesses mimic each other.
I agree.
So the symptoms for one thing may be the same symptoms for another thing, because you may be feeling pain or stiffness in the lower back and hips and the upper thigh, and you probably just feel that, boy, look at me lift up something too heavy today. Or I did a little too much work, when it's actually one of the signs of prostate cancer, pain or stiffness in the lower back, hips, or in the upper thigh, So those are also symptoms. So like I said, do not self-diagnose if you experience any of these symptoms, because symptoms can resemble something else. Get a proper diagnosis from a doctor, a qualified doctor who you trust, and let them give you the diagnosis.
And as we're wrapping
let them
up,
tell you that, oh, you're okay. You're okay, Mr. So-and-so.
I
You're
agree.
just having probably a little stiff back. So just be careful. Maybe it's a little arthritis in your back or something like that. Let them tell you that. But when you feel that and you self-diagnose yourself, and next thing you know, a few weeks or a few years down the road, it's full-blown prostate cancer. It could have been taken care of from the moment you felt that.
Well,
So,
I am glad we had the conversation, because, somebody will say,
oh yeah.
I see it on TV, or, but nothing else. That's about
Oh
it.
my goodness.
That's about all they do. DL, could you try again, please? He said he was calling, and he
Another thing too. Oh, somebody was calling in.
Yeah, go ahead.
Another thing too, lifestyle, and while DL called, lifestyle, and in the prostate cancer risk, achieving and maintaining a healthy body weight. That's one of the things that we can change. That's something that we can achieve. Go for a half an hour walk per day. If you're concerned about your weight, eating a balanced diet, limiting red meat, and that, even in nursing school, we learned that that's one of the things that they're noticing a lot more people who eat too much red meat. It's
more
it's
susceptible.
also a contributing factor to cancer, right? So limiting red meat and avoiding processed meat, exercising regularly, these are some of the things that you can do to lower the risk of any cancer, not just prostate cancer.
Yes, because even for me, I may not eat meat, and I try to eat my veggies and so on, and even rice. Rice is something that I try not to eat too frequently. So there are certain things, if I see that I'm eating it too much, I pull, I'm including it in my, my menu. I pull back a bit, or anything to starch, because I don't eat meat. So, I try to eat other veggies and what have you, so I can
because you still need to get that vitamin B12, which you get from meat.
Right.
And but there are other ways of getting that vitamin B12 in your diet. But you should also make sure that you get your regular checkups too, and your doctor can do your blood test to make sure that you're not, brimming on the edge of anemia, because you don't want that.
Right. So, like for me, I have done the whole BMI thing, every test known to man. I mean, when I got back the portfolio, seriously, I realized some of these things. I'm like, what is that one? But the definitions are there. But they do a comprehensive thing, and they tell you if something is too high, and you see the red. If you see red, well, most of mine were green. Thankfully, them never label me as anything like me diabetic or whatnot. But and I recall on that same test, Jackie, they said something about kidney. I am reading, I'm like, kidney? I don't have no time for that. So I kindly, because what they tell you when you do that, you take the results to your doctor. So I kindly made a call very quickly to my doctor, and they looked at it. They said, well, here is the result. They didn't run the test themselves, so they sent me to go do. And they check me, and they said, no, I don't have any issues with my kidney. They said maybe something.
But maybe sometimes why something may show up in your kidney, in your blood work to identify something happening with the kidney. It could also be after certain illnesses. You may be on certain medication, and it shows what they call nephritis.
Okay.
They call it, and it's something that can be treated quickly with antibiotics and a lot of water.
So after they ran the test and it came back negative, they ran several things at Montefiore, and I'm like, thank you, Lord, coming off time for them or something, It is expensive to be ill.
But these tests, though, they're very sensitive, so they'll pick up trace elements, and they show up on your blood work, and it's something that you need to pay attention to. They want you to make sure you pay attention to that. Make sure your doctor tells you that you're fine.
Yes.
So that's why you have to take that result to your doctor.
Well, we are really pushing the Prostate Cancer Awareness Month feature, and I saw a gentleman who went and he was hosting a segment, and so he went and had his done. Well, they didn't show you live, but he was the interviewer, and then after that he went, while the show was in progress, and he went and did the test and stuff, and we hope that he will get a favorable result. But it is important that men pay attention to their bodies and work on that mindset. And it's fair. It's fair, It's fear of the unknown, and you don't want to be told.
It is.
It's fair. So we are encouraging everyone. Lovey says, hi, Jackie. Lovina from church. So, we hope that men who are listening and, your friends who haven't done it yet, sometimes people are of the same mindset, so they in a clique, and everybody in the clique saying, me, no, sir, me not do that, and so on and so on. But please take heed. So, Jax, I am proud of you. You did very well, exceptionally well. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And so many things have happened while we were away from our little show too, or Saturday morning runnings, and wedding happened, people get married. I finished school, and I'm waiting to go sit my board right now. So a lot of things are going on.
Indeed. So congrats.
Thank you so much, Lady Lee, for being there as a friend and a mentor, and somebody who always encourages me. And I really do appreciate you. And it was great being there for you. And it was wonderful meeting Evolve.
Yes.
And I wish you two all the best.
Thank you, my love. I appreciate. And he's here in the chat, I think, as well. So he's here.
See that.
You see it. Right.
So remember, men, go get your screenings done and just eliminate the fear. Because with that fear, remember, you have a family, you have somebody who you love, maybe walking by your side, a mother, your children. Do it for them. Do it for them.
Thank you, Jax. Appreciate you.
Okay.
Blessings.
All right.
Bye-bye.
So we'll talk soon.
Indeed. Alrighty, that's Jackie, my brain box Jax. And yes, please take care of yourselves, men, and be willing to, make the next move. Please. 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 Remember, there are people who love you, and you don't want them to feel as though you don't care. You don't want them to feel as though you don't care. Hello, welcome to Center Stage this
Good
evening.
evening, Lady D.
Hello there, dearest young lady.
And congratulations again.
Thank you, young lady.
I heard you.
Okay.
And we will talk. But what I call about Lady D,
Yes, ma'am.
the young lady mentioned, you were talking about Jamaica and the lady, some of these people haven't gone to the doctor
Yes.
But Lady D, sometimes if you check it out, 95% of those people that haven't been to the doctor, and it's a reason they cannot pay the fee to see a doctor. It is very, very expensive out there. You know that.
Well,
and that is the reason why a lot of people haven't gone to the doctor.
So what happens to the health centers at reduced costs?
As far as I gathered at the health center, the line is so long. Some of the tests that are done there, they have to pay for it. It's only a few people, not a few, our language.
Yes.
Have been to the health center, but the time that you wasted, you have to sit in line, you have to, and all these elderly people, they don't have the means. And that is the reason why whenever someone get on board with the health system in Jamaica, I will be on board with them. Something has to be done, Lady D, at the hospitals, because the health center doesn't have the equipment. That is the first thing. So when they refer you go to the health center and you are referred to the hospital. The hospital is days, weeks, months. It takes for you really to get an appointment, to get in, to see someone there, and then the bill, you can't pay it. Because even when you call an ambulance out there now, as far as I'm gathering since the excitement at the airport, when you call an ambulance and they said that the hospital don't have an ambulance to come or whatever, and the private ambulance service that they have, they quote the fare to you before they get there.
Oh dear.
And I'm talking for someone that find themselves in that dilemma. And when they come, and if you don't have the money, they're gone. Because that is it's a business for them. Because since the saga at the airport there,
they have an ambulance
last week. You see how fast they get. How did they get an ambulance so fast to station at the airport?
So
every fire station in Jamaica should have an ambulance. Every hospital should have at least 2 ambulances. That means when one is gone, you call again. And even the police station, they should have access So if they call for an ambulance, you call emergency. There is something there, but the system out there is stinks, Lady D. Trust me. When you start to do some research in the health thing going on in Jamaica, it stinks. You know, so I think I said we as Jamaicans, let us start to think about Jamaica, and we can do it. Because every day I said if I ever go buy the lotto and win, I know exactly what I would do with my money.
So when are you planning to go back? When are you going to buy the ticket?
When you tell me what number to buy, I cut here and buy. Let me get off the phone. Don't drag my tongue here. When you tell me where, because now that's the only way, because I know my days of working is over.
Yes, ma'am.
You understand? And certain places you go here, even to get your medication, Lady D. If they're telling you you can't get this done or that done, you know, because you're getting too much money. You have to be real under $1,000, and I'm not telling a lie to go get nothing.
Yes.
You understand? Because now when they found out things, you are in trouble. So I rather, right now, I'm in a dilemma. I went, and let me get off the phone. Let me share it with everybody listening. I never heard about a HEPTIC program. I'm diabetic, and I'm paying for my insulin. And when I went to pick up, they're supposed to call me when it's time to pick it up. And the lady was saying to me, you pick up the last one in June. You pay $100 for your insulin. And she was so nice, and she explained everything to me at the pharmacy. You don't supposed to pay that for it. Right now, I see I'm running it with your insurance that you have, and it's still, they pay $1,000 and whatever dollars, she said, and this is your part that you have to pay, $100. You don't supposed to be paying this now. You're a senior citizen. They have this program where a pet pick or whatever it is, you're supposed to pay $35. She gave me a form to call this company, and I called them, and the lady on the phone was saying this, how much you earn per month and blah, blah. And when I told her, she was there, and I said, you know what, ma'am, I don't have the patient this evening, and I got off the phone. My next stop was I went to Social Security. When I went there, I explained, and I gave them the form that the lady gave me at the show, the paper at the pharmacy, and the lady said to me, we don't deal with this here, but she run everything through, and she gave me documents and said, go take it to social service. I went there. It's the same, I'm going the Baga Rose. If you join this program, you have to cut off your union stuff and all the things to get it for that. And I said, so she gave me the choice, speak to your union representative and hear what they say is you do or you damned.
Yes.
And so I went to my union there, 1199, spent there all day yesterday. I was in my place. And what they gave me a letter, I don't reach to Social Security place, the social service yet with it. Okay. But that's what people going through, even here, Lady D. So just imagine in Jamaica where people don't have the access and whatever. So let me get off your program and
I appreciate your input.
I thought you was
lady.
I thought you was going to take a month off.
Oh well.
And enjoy yourself. That was beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
We will talk.
Yes, ma'am. Okay. All right. Thank you.
God bless. God bless. God bless.
Bye.
Yes.
That's my yam lady for you. I do apologize if there are persons who are calling. I'm of the view that there is a slight adjustment to our telephone line, and you may be calling and getting a busy signal. Previously, I would be able to pick up several calls at a time. I will speak with our CEO/Director of Operations and find out what the position is concerning our phone line. But I would like to thank Yam Lady for calling in. And good evening. Welcome to you.
Hi, good evening. Welcome back.
Thank you, DL, yeah.
Yeah, so definitely one line working, or you have one line up, which is unusual for you because you normally have, no matter what, you always have one-on-one that's up and running, because once the young lady hung up, I was able to get through. So,
yes.
I guess it's, I'm sure you'll get back into your rhythm next week.
Indeed. I will just speak with the operations person.
Yes. So, that's just something of what the young lady said. Yes, President Biden did, how to phrase it, but bottom line is, they're not supposed to pay them more than $35 for insulin.
Yes.
I don't know how the program goes, but remember that was passed. And somewhere along the line, not supposed to pay more than that. I would also tell her that she could go to goodrx.com and see if she can get any coupons in, discount coupons, and also ask the pharmacists about discount, because I have to buy a medication that costs over $60 one time, and when I went to pick it up, it cost me $70, and I said, "How that?" They find, without even me asking, they find some discount somewhere and apply it, and I was like, "Cool."
Okay.
Yeah, they will do. They will do it. Yes, in fact, there's another one that I was supposed to purchase, and it was like $160, and they went and searched for discount and bought down to $80.
Oh, nice. All right. See, there's a young lady. You're getting the information.
Ask the pharmacist about discounts and discount coupons, and also do goodrx.com. Now, quickly regarding the prostate, I'm a big advocate on that, and I get hot on the collar about it.
Yes.
But just one correction, the boosted thing you mentioned is not prostate, that's actually hernia.
Oh, it's hernia. So big, so big?
Yeah, hernia.
Oh, dear. I mean, Mas Babu, he could, I mean, when you see Mas Babu, he had to wear some kind of big trousers to, cover up.
Sorry,
you know what, DL?
I'm sorry, it's Mas Babu. I'm sorry.
Country people have some name. But that's
I know.
I know. I don't remember his given name. You know what?
I know. Yeah, it's a big thing there. I don't know how to sit around and see this thing growing.
Yes,
but as young lady saying, and what she's saying, well, I sympathize to a great degree, in Jamaica. Yeah, I mean,
No, yeah, and I'm glad Yam Lady. I'm glad Yam Lady highlighted that, because when you're in the throes of a conversation, you're not really thinking about that. You're listening to a medical professional and their experience, and you are taken aback that here you are ensuring every year you get your physical, whether you have health insurance or not. There are loopholes for you to still get medical attention, right? In this country. And you and I still know that there are people in this country who don't get no checks done at all.
That's where I'm going. Okay. Well, I sympathize with Jamaica and other places that, don't have it at their disposal, and my God knows how expensive it is, because my cousin's brother-in-law came down with prostate cancer, and he could afford to come to South Florida.
There you go.
And do operations and all that stuff. So those who have money can get it done. But for people who live in New York City, absolutely no excuse.
Mm-hmm.
Because all the HHC hospitals, the Jacobi's, the North Central Bronx, the Harlem, General, Metropolitan, Bellevue, you name them,
Yes.
Kings County, they are all what is called safety net hospitals, safety net for the public. There's no way, and I can vouch for that.
Yes,
I'm not talk with water in my mouth. So there's no such excuse in the city. I can't speak for Westchester and beyond, but New York City, the hospitals are there.
Yes.
So one more thing. So I don't even think the stoppage of water is as in the do process. Stoppage of water has to do with the stone.
Gallstone?
No, you do have gallstone, but it's not gallstone. I can't remember. It's some stone that is calcium built up. When the urine is strong in calcium, and it builds up and blocks the urinary channel, whatever it is. So it's and to block the urine. It's called stoppage of water. And sometimes we hear the term also prostatitis. And I actually spoke to my doctor. Is there similarity between prostatitis and prostate cancer? I said not really, but prostatitis is another form of renal problem. So we have to get it right in terms of this prostate cancer. There is prostatitis. There is gallstone. What do you mean?
They have
the proper name. Stone.
They have our bladder stones.
Yes.
They are bladder stones.
AKA stoppage of water.
Right. So urinary blockage due to things like benign prostatic hyperplasia, enlarged prostate, severe constipation, urethral stricture, narrowing of the urethra, the tube leading from the bladder, kidney or bladder stones, phimosis, non-retraction of the foreskin, prostate cancer, and bladder cancer. Because I just Googled, stoppage of water, and they give you.
Oh, wow, it's there.
Hello.
That term is there.
Yes, please.
Okay, so I'm sure you can get a diagram because of where the prostate is located. Once it's swollen, it's going to put pressure on the urethra and also put pressure on the bladder and even wherever the number 2 is, and also on the sperm channel because of where it's located. So whenever you have any issues with urinary issues or sperm issues and bladder issues and so forth, that chances are an indication that you may very well have an enlarged prostate, and which it does mean that it's prostate cancer, but more unlikely, and those are some of the symptoms that you will get showing us there's an issue there, and you go check it out.
Yes, indeed. Well, DL, we have 5 minutes to go.
Contribution.
Yes.
Yeah, man, I'm cool. Just want to get that in.
I appreciate your contribution.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Blessings.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Okay. And so I'm wrapping up the show at this time. Just reminding everyone that it's Inside the Zone with Lady D, Denise Gomez Green. Yep, they're fully green. I am fully green here. And I'd like to say thanks to everyone for tuning in this evening to the show. Thanks to Jackie for so ably discussing with me the prostate issue because it's Prostate Cancer Awareness Month. And also to DL and to Yam Lady for chiming in the discussion. And I would like to be back on Monday for the Monday Drive. And thanks to my sponsor, Cooler Runnings Jamaican Restaurant. Please support them. As a matter of fact, Keisha and Soji were at my wedding, our wedding, and it was nice. I spoke to him. He said it was good. He enjoyed himself and so on. So, you know, I tell people I'm marrying one time. So, hey. But I wish you all a blessed evening. And I will see you, God willing. Again, it is my Gospel Music Thursday, and so there is one song before I close out that I'd like to play for you. And to Caribbean Vibes Radio, they are coming up at 8 o'clock with Chris Wilby, with the Chris Wilby Show. And bless ups to you, Chris Wilby. You tease me about Sister Denise. Yes, Sister Denise is here. And to my YouTubers for spending the time, and you held your space until wrapping up, so I appreciate you. And to Julia and her team at Fit FM 96.7, fitfmja.com. Yes, I'm back, so you all will be enjoying today's show, I'm sure. So thanks to everyone. Let's play something nice to kind of soothe the spirit after all of that talk. And don't forget to log on to linkageradio.com. We're on Ecodot, we're on Samsung, Roku, we're everywhere. And someone, as a matter of fact, called me earlier asking me a question. I said you can find us online. Don't forget, this coming Saturday will be the Jamaica Ex-Soldiers Association Black Tie Gala, and it's at Anton's in Queens, and the address, I believe, is, let me give the address properly. Yes, here we go. It's Anton's, and the address so happened to be, where are you? 96-43 Springfield Boulevard. That's 96-43 Springfield Boulevard in Queens. They did not tell me the cost, but anyhow, I hope you'll be able to support them. You can find them online, I believe, as well. So blessing everybody. Me out, me out, me out. Take care of yourselves, your children, your loved one, everybody, and try. You know, I like to show off that my weekend begins with you today. So I'll be back on Monday, God willing. Love, love, love to everyone. Take it easy. Me out of here, you know. Oh, and I did not forget, but I should say, so me a con go round, me a con go on up, me a go along up, me a go up, me a go down so, me a go up so. Oh, how I love us. So blessings, everyone. I'm out of here.
Everybody talk about Jesus, Jesus.
Take the joy from you that God has given you. No one can take your place. If God put you there, no one can put no curse on you. When God said
It's that time for the Love and Harmony Cruise. Monday, March the 3rd to Saturday, March the 8th, 2025. Sailing from Miami, Florida to Grand Cayman to Ocho Rios, Jamaica, back to Miami. Performing live, Paris Amon.
Remember the song used to make you rock away.
Being a man.
Who got the keys to my bimmer?
Bunty Killer.
Look into my eyes. Tell me what you see.
Share.
I remember those days when hell was my home.
Kia Bhutan.